Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting real close to the summoning session. At least, in my mind, it's getting real close. It is still 26 days away. But it's looking like we are going to have probably anywhere from 104 to 124 faction scrolls, over 100 regular scrolls, and probably about 1,800. Actually, it'll be 1,820 hearts. So we're talking close to 400 summons, which means we'll probably get the food we need for Fox and Namora. And what that really means is we are going to need 90,000 hero essence in 26 days, which, when we take a look, we're pretty far. Looks like we're at about 40,000. And without spending anything in the shop, I am pretty sure we're going to be short. I'm hoping we're not going to be as short as what I'm thinking in my mind. So what I want to go over today is the strategy I'm going to be using in the shop for accumulating dust, and go over some of the questions I often see about buying dust. I'm going to put the timestamp in the comment section below for how we calculate all our resources, if you're interested in that. But for now, let's take a look at this dust. So the most common question that I see all the time: is it worth it? Is it worth the 9,000 labyrinth points for 1,500 dust? Well, I'm not going to answer that question. I'm going to let you answer it for yourself. I'm going to go over what you're trading it for. So, 9,000 is 1/5 of the amount it costs for an elite hero. So, if you were to buy both of these every time you see them, that's going to be 2/5 of possibly any one of these top. I do know I've heard Kazos is amazing. Namora is very solid. And then, of course, Shamira. So it would be 2/5 or 40% of any one of those top three heroes. Now, as far as the soul stones go, for both of those, it would be, the math comes out to like 7.3 for both of them, or 3.6 for one of them. I guess we'll say 3.7 or 7.4, something like that, for soul stones. So that would be the trade-off. I mean, if you need the dust immediately, if that's really going to change the game for you, I mean, that also is weighed in. Now, here is what I believe, personally, is the worst possible deal for buying dust. And that's going to be buying it for 300 diamonds. Which brings me to the strategy that I'm going to be using. Now, this depends on how much you value gold. You know, gold, you can use it to get primordial emblems, which are pretty awesome. But in my personal opinion, I think probably 6 months from now, when I'm playing the game, maybe a little later, maybe 10 months from now, gold is going to be completely worthless. And you know my obsession with diamonds. I want them all. I want to use as little as possible. As far as gold goes, I'll burn gold all day. I do not care much about gold at all. So the strategy I'm going to be using is resetting the shop and buying the essence. Now, the amount that we're going to need altogether is going to be, well, this is the worst case scenario. I hope we don't need this much. But we're going to need about 50 resets, which is going to cost 5,000 diamonds, and an extra 112 million gold. That may seem like a lot of gold, but we're going to go into how to calculate that in the very near future. Aside from that, if I was spending money, this deal is amazing. 25,000 hero essence. I mean, this would solve our problems immediately. And 95 of those 8 hours. And if we were to take a look at how much one of those 8 hours would give, where we're at currently, 261 essence. So let's do a little bit of math here. It would be 26,100 minus about 1,300. So yeah, it would be about 24,800. We'll say give or take 100, but we're looking at close to 50,000 essence. That would solve our problems real quick if we were spending any real money. So let's go on to that calculations. For those who For those who are not interested in that, it's going to be a lot of rambling. I'm not going to put all the equations. We might do all the equations on Reddit, because if I did that, the video would probably run over 30 minutes. But for those who are done right now, y'all have a great day. Let's take a look at those calculations. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here on my second account. And for calculating your dailies, it's pretty easy. You can just bring your hero essence, your 2 hours, down to 13. And that represents the 26 hours you get per day. So right now we would get 507 essence per day. To get an accurate calculation for the gold, you need to have the 2-hour hasty hourglasses. Same thing, we would go down to 13. And the reason why you need these is because they also calculate the amount of VIP gold you're getting as well. Now, this is a little bit more tricky, but this was the easiest way I could think of doing this. Uh-oh, and we are down to 10% battery, so we must hurry. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the rickety cart. We're going to take a picture. Now before you take this picture, there's a few things you want to do. Just know, for this to be the most accurate representation of how much gold, XP, and dust you're getting, you want to get those numbers as low as possible. Because you see the gold number, 75 million. So that means we will only be able to tell a generalized number that we're going to get per day in gold. Okay, so here's what we have to do. Ladies and gentlemen, your daily quest must be done. Your labyrinth needs to be done. All of your arena battles need to be done. Your Riz and your Soren battles need to be done, and it's very important that you're in a guild that does Soren every other day for this to be accurate. And if you aren't in one, you definitely want to find one. It really does make a huge difference, and there's a lot of good guilds that do Soren every other day. So right after you make sure all that stuff is complete, we click these rewards. Right after we click those rewards, we take that picture. Now this is the part where if you want it to be 100% accurate, you got to get it down to the minute. It's good to do this, let's say, at an hour. Like, let's say it's 4 p.m. Central on Wednesday. That means the second picture should be taken at 4 p.m. Central on Friday. And all you have to do is subtract the new numbers by the old numbers. And that will give you an accurate number for how much gold, how much XP, and how much dust you're getting. But just know it can only be 2 days of daily quests, 1 labyrinth run, 2 days of your Riz runs, and 1 day of your Soren. If you load up, it's not going to be accurate. And once you have those numbers, all you have to do is divide them by 2, and that will give you all your daily stats for your gold, for your XP, and for your dust. Well, I thank you all for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you want the full equation, I may post it on Reddit. I haven't posted on Reddit for quite some time, though. But maybe we'll get that done. Now have a great day.